October's pretty much over. Now it's time to move into November. But I got a big collection of pumpkin spice coffee that I've gotten over the past month. So I think it's time to have a little bit of a taste off and see which one, at least to my taste anyway, tastes the best. Some of these I haven't tasted yet, some of them I have. But now let's do all of them. And I'm probably going to be up all night, even though it's not even afternoon yet. But taste them all and see what I think. Verena Street, they call theirs Pumpkin Smasher. Dunkin' Donuts, Pumpkin Spice. The newest one I just bought not too long ago, Great Value Fall Pumpkin Spice from Walmart. Good old Starbucks Pumpkin Spice. And Archer Farms Pumpkin Spice. I got the decaf on this one. And, well, we'll see how it tastes compared to the other ones. All the other ones are caffeinated. This one is, of course, Archer Farms from Target. So let's get to brewing one and start the taste test. Okay, we have brewed the first cup of coffee we're going to try today. It is the Dunkin' Donuts Pumpkin Spice because it was already open. I've already had this one before. Pretty much you can get this one everywhere where I live. I'm sure you can probably get it everywhere where you live as well. Basically, it's Dunkin' Donuts coffee with pumpkin spice flavor. It says, spice up the season with fall flavors like pumpkin, nutmeg, and cinnamon. Warm up with a cup of this delicious seasonal blend. How delicious is it compared to the other ones? We shall see. I will say it is a pretty decent cup of coffee. Going to be tasting everything with no sweeteners, no creams, nothing, just straight whatever comes out of the coffee maker with water. So yep, no sweeteners, no sugars, no creamers, no anything. But, well, we might, after we do the first cup with no sweeteners, we might, depending on how it tastes, we might just do it anyway. We got this for a second cup, for a second taste. Some Torani sugar-free pumpkin pie syrup. So, anyway, let's get right down to it with the first cup, the Dunkin' Donuts Pumpkin Spice. Like I said, I've had it before. It has a pumpkin spice flavor to it, obviously. That's what it says. It's not a bad cup of coffee. But yeah, I like this one. This one's good. It's got a nice little bit of spice to it. Not too bitter. Doesn't have that bad of an aftertaste. So I would say so far with Dunkin' Donuts Pumpkin Spice, pretty good. I mean, it's the first one we're also trying as well, so, you know, we'll see. Right now, obviously, it's number one because it's the first one we tried. I think I'll finish this cup, and then I will make the second, or pour the second cup. And what the heck, why not? Since I showed it, we will put one serving of this Torani sugar-free pumpkin pie syrup in, which says it is a perfect balance of warm spice and rich pumpkin flavor. This syrup delivers the taste of the classic holiday dessert with none of the calories because it's sugar-free. One serving is 2 tablespoons, so I will be putting 2 tablespoons into a cup of coffee, and we will see if that enhances the flavor or makes it worse. Alright, cup number 2. This one has 2 tablespoons of the Torani pumpkin pie sugar-free syrup in it. Tasted a little bit of the syrup by itself. Doesn't really taste like pumpkin pie to me, to be quite honest with you. Tastes, I don't really know what the taste is. It's sort of just straight pumpkin. There's like no real cinnamon, nutmeg, or anything to it. Just tastes like really artificial pumpkin flavor. But we'll see. Does it make the Dunkin' Donuts taste better? Or does it make it taste worse? Let's find out. You can really taste the sweetener. You can really taste the Torani syrup in there. And to be quite honest with you, I think it makes it taste worse. It just gets that. It's just overpowering the coffee. But I guess that's the point of these syrups, I guess, is to flavor your coffee, right? So you've already got a flavored coffee. You're doubling down on the flavor. Sort of. I mean, pumpkin spice, pumpkin pie. But, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's good with regular coffee. Maybe we'll just try the pumpkin pie syrup with some regular coffee later in the video as well. I think I have some regular coffee somewhere. I hope. I like the flavored coffees more than straight regular coffee, but I don't know if I even want to put that Torani in the rest of the coffees, but I did it with this one, so guess we'll have to do it with all of them. But right now, without this syrup is the way to go. I mean, I also don't really use sweeteners in my coffees anyway. I mean, I basically just got that because, ooh, pumpkin pie syrup. Let's see what that does. But yeah. No for the Torani syrup in the Dunkin' Donuts pumpkin spice coffee. But yes, on the Dunkin' Donuts pumpkin spice coffee by itself. I say go ahead and get it. If it's probably in a store near you. But yeah, go ahead. Dunkin' Donuts coffee is a good. I give it a thumbs up. We'll see how it ranks with the other ones. Let's go ahead and move on to the next cup. Alright, moving on to cup number 2. I decided since we went with Dunkin' Donuts for the first one, we'll go ahead and go with Starbucks for the second one. Another one that you probably have in a store near you because it's pretty much everywhere. Seems like it's way more available than it was last year. I didn't really get to try it last year because I couldn't really find it. Like, it was gone. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I wasn't really looking. But now I can find it everywhere I go. So whatever. I do find it interesting that the Starbucks one is the only one that is made without any artificial flavors. So I sort of like that. Well, actually, I do like that. I like all natural flavors. I think that's pretty good, pretty cool. Specially crafted for the season, according to the side of the bag. It says, this fall coffee is bright with notes of pumpkin, cinnamon, and nutmeg, together with our lightest roast. Add a splash of cream and a little sugar to awaken deliciously familiar flavors, reminiscent of our pumpkin spice latte. Again, I'm not doing any sweeteners or any creamers or anything. So, we'll just be tasting it straight. It is their lightest roast, they said. I think most of them that I have say they're medium roast. I don't think the Dunkin' Donuts one said what roast it was. But that's interesting. The lightest roast. Pumpkin spice. Warm and balanced. So let's go ahead and give it a shot. And then we'll try it with the Torani, but yeah, sort of wishing I wouldn't have did the whole Torani thing. But anyway, here we go. No sweeteners or anything. Let's see what we got. I don't think it has as much pumpkin flavor as the Dunkin' Donuts one. But again, this one is also all natural flavors, so obviously they're not going to be like as pronounced. I'm guessing that's anyway, because artificial flavors probably have more power to them. It's a slight pumpkin flavor to it. This one tastes a little bit more like coffee compared to the actual flavor that it says it's supposed to be, which is pumpkin spice. It's not awful. I'm not a big Starbucks guy, though. I don't go to Starbucks all the time, so I don't know how Starbucks coffee tastes just regular, so it's drinkable. I do wish it had more pumpkin spice flavor. You know, it says it's supposed to be pumpkin spice. So maybe the Torani will help this one. Maybe the Torani will kick up some pumpkin spice flavor to it. Like I said on the bag, you know, add a splash of cream and a little sugar. Maybe that supposedly awakens the flavor as well. But I don't like to put a bunch of sugar and sweeteners in my coffee. So maybe that's why I don't really like the Torani in my coffee with the pumpkin spice flavor. I don't know. Yeah. I'm going to say it's not as good as the Dunkin' Donuts flavor. I think the Dunkin' Donuts coffee had a better pumpkin spice flavor to it. So we'll go ahead. We will pour a second cup. I mean, wow, I'm drinking this coffee really fast, too. I mean, I'm going to have jitters by the time this video is over. But, yeah, we'll go ahead. We'll pour a second cup with some Torani syrup in it and see how it tastes then. All right. Now we're trying it with 2 tablespoons of Torani syrup to see if we get a better pumpkin flavor. Okay, I think in this instance, it actually makes the coffee a little bit more pumpkin spicy. So I actually sort of like the Torani mixed with the Starbucks flavor here. Just because I think because the Starbucks didn't really have much pumpkin spice flavor to begin with. So this is adding, and maybe that's how they made it, because it says right on the package, you know, add some sweetener, add some cream, boom, you got our flavors awakened. So yeah, I think I like this. So I think, yeah, I would use the Torani syrup in the Starbucks pumpkin spice coffee. If there's nothing wrong with the coffee by itself, straight. I guess it's just how much do you like pumpkin spice flavor, and I like pumpkin spice flavor, so I really wish it had more. Add the pumpkin pie. Sorry, I keep saying pumpkin spice, but it's pumpkin pie Torani syrup. You get more of a pumpkin flavor. This one doesn't taste as artificially, you know, it's not as overpowering as it was in the Dunkin' Donuts one either. The Dunkin' Donuts one, you don't want that Torani syrup in. This one, you can have it both ways. For me, I'd probably do it with the pumpkin pie syrup just because I like it. Yeah, I think I like it a little better. The only thing is, it still has that little bit of artificial taste, that Torani syrup. I don't know. Maybe the sugar version is better than the sugar-free version, but yeah, I would go ahead and say, if you like pumpkin spice, get the Dunkin' Donuts over the Starbucks. If you're afraid of artificial flavors, get the Starbucks. Starbucks is the only one that says it's all natural flavors. And then just add some cream and sugar to it like it says on the package, and maybe then it'll taste a little better for you. But right now, not as good as the Dunkin' Donuts in my opinion. But it is better with the Torani syrup. Alright, I'll decide which one I want to do for cup 3, and we will get right to it. Alright, cup number 3, we have Verena Street. I'm guessing that's how you pronounce it. This is their coffee called Pumpkin Smasher, and it is a limited release with seasonal flavorings of pumpkin and fall spices. It is a medium roast. This one is actually local. Well, not local. It's from Iowa, the state where I am located in Dubuque, Iowa. So this one's from Dubuque. So we will go ahead and see if the local place can make a good pumpkin spice coffee. Pumpkin Smasher. Let's check it out. No sweeteners or anything. Let's see what we got. Okay, they're really trying to get some pumpkin flavor in there. I don't know what they're... Again, I've never had this company's brand before, so I don't know what their regular coffees taste like. The other bad thing about coffee is you can't hold it in your mouth and swish it around because it's hot. So it's like, yeah, you want to have your mouth burn for a little bit while you're trying to taste it, or just swallow it down. Yeah, they're trying to get some pumpkin flavor in there. I just don't know about the spices they're using, or the spice flavors that they're using. It doesn't really taste pumpkin spicy to me, and I know I'm probably thinking of the wrong way. Pumpkin spice, I think, is supposed to taste like a pumpkin pie, pretty much, or what have you. But obviously pumpkin spice doesn't taste like a pumpkin pie, right? Right. I don't know about this one. It's not awful. It's a little bit bitter compared to the other ones, I would say. Has more of a coffee flavor to it. But I don't think it's as smooth as the other two. It's subtle. It's not bad. It does have a little bit more pumpkin spice, pumpkin-y flavor than the Starbucks one. I will say that. I still think the Dunkin' Donuts one's my favorite so far. This one's not bad. I mean, this is, local place. You got to give them props. I just think they need to change what spices they used, or what artificial spices they used, because it's not really cinnamony. That's what I'm trying to think. There's not really cinnamon in there. But then again, it doesn't say there's cinnamon in there. It says fall spices. I don't know what fall spices entails, but I don't think cinnamon was one of them. I don't really get a cinnamon flavor in there. There's some pumpkin-y in there, but I would like a little bit more cinnamon, maybe some nutmeg or something. A little bit more pumpkin spicy, but then again, it also does say it's pumpkin smasher, not pumpkin spice. So, not my favorite. I don't know. I guess I would put it in a tie with the Starbucks, just because it's a different flavor profile, but it's not awful. It's just you got to go into this one not really wanting pumpkin spice. There's pumpkin flavor in there, but it's not like spicy. It's more like they made a fall blend with some pumpkin flavor in it, I guess, if that makes any sense. We'll go ahead and throw some Torani in here, see what it tastes like after that. Alright, we're back. Put some Torani syrup in here. Let's see what we got with this Verena Street. I keep wanting to say Verona Street or something, but it's Verena Street. So, pumpkin smasher with some pumpkin pie spice in it. Let's see what we got. I don't know. This is the second one where the Torani really doesn't make the flavor better. I mean, it's just so artificial. I mean, it says Torani's the perfect flavor for lattes, milkshakes, and hot cocos. So maybe it's not really for coffees. I don't know. You would think it's for coffees, but I'm not really a fan of this. I just like the aftertaste of the Torani. The flavor in your mouth, when it first hits and you swallow and everything, it's okay. But then the aftertaste is just chemical-y. I don't know if it makes this one... I guess it makes it taste a little bit more pumpkin-y because... a little bit more pumpkin spicy.
because it didn't really have much pumpkin spice to begin with. Like I said, I think they just made like a fall blend and then threw some pumpkin flavor into there. So actually, if I want to go by pumpkin spice flavored coffee, like which one's the best tasting pumpkin spice one to me so far, yeah, this one's third out of the three. So it would go Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks, and then this one. So there you go. And Torani, I guess, I know it's first I said it didn't really help it, but after drinking a few more sips, it does give it more pumpkin spice flavor, but I think it made the coffee itself not taste as good. The coffee itself was better by itself than with the syrup in it. But adding the syrup did add more pumpkin spice flavor to it, if that makes any sense. So yeah, with this one, I would say, yeah, no pumpkin pie syrup. I think the coffee itself tastes better without the syrup. Alright, we will go to the next one. I think all we have left is the couple store brands, and so I think we'll go with the Great Value one next. Alright, cup number 4. We are going with the Great Value Fall Pumpkin Spice Ground Coffee Medium Roast. And pretty much that's all it says. There's no little paragraph to say, oh, we have these warm blend of pumpkin and spice. It's fall pumpkin spice coffee. You want it? So we'll see. Do you want it? We'll try it out. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I don't know why I keep looking at the bags like they're going to tell me something. I apologize. I've probably been doing that quite a bit in this video. Yeah, that's not a bad cup of coffee. Now, is it pumpkin spicy, though, is the thing. And it's got a subtle flavor. I would say this one's probably on par with the Starbucks. Not that much pumpkin spice flavor, but not bad. So I would say if you don't want artificial flavors, go with the Starbucks, because Starbucks is all natural. If you don't care if it's got artificial flavors or not, save a few bucks and get that one. Get the Great Value. Because this is not bad at all. And this one is a medium roast compared to the Starbucks one, saying it's their lightest roast. So yeah, it's not a bad. This is actually really decent. I like it. Pretty good. It is a Great Value. Look at that. I do wish it had a little bit more pumpkin spice flavor to it, but it's not bad. Like I said, it's on par with the Starbucks, so I would say still the Dunkin' Donuts one had the most pumpkin spice flavor to it. But the Starbucks and the Great Value are doing a good job. And then, I mean, there's nothing, like I said, there's nothing wrong with the Verena Street. It just didn't have pumpkin spice flavor to it, so it's still at the bottom. But this one's good. I like it. I really wish I wouldn't have did the whole Torani thing, but we're going to do it since we've been doing it for the past other ones. So we'll do another cup with the Torani pumpkin pie syrup in it, see if that does anything to it. But something tells me it's not going to make it. I mean, I guess it made the Starbucks one taste a little bit better, so we'll see. But yeah, okay. We'll go ahead. We'll throw some of we'll finish this cup, pour another one. And we will add some of the Torani syrup to it and see what happens. Okay, to keep everything consistent, even though I sort of wish I wouldn't have did the whole pumpkin pie syrup thing in the coffees, we are doing the pumpkin pie syrup in the Great Value pumpkin spice coffee to see what we got. Yeah, I'm really getting the feeling that I should not have done the whole syrup thing. The syrup seems to not really enhance the flavors pretty much on anything. I mean, this is my 8th cup of coffee right now, so I'm a little buzzed and jittery. been drinking water between different coffees. But yeah, I don't think this. I think the only coffee that the Torani really sort of helped was the Starbucks. But the Starbucks, like I said, really didn't have much pumpkin flavor to begin with. It's still decent, and this one is decent by itself as well. And yeah, I mean, if I could do this all over again, I wouldn't even do the Torani syrups, period. This by itself, the coffee by itself is better. I mean, it enhances the pumpkin flavor a little bit, but that aftertaste and everything that goes with the syrup, now that I really start thinking about it, it's not worth it. Not worth it. So yeah, with every one of these coffees, just go straight. This pumpkin pie syrup is not doing it for me. No. Alright, well, we'll finish this cup. We'll move on to the only decaf one we have, which is probably good because, like I said, I've drank 8 cups of caffeinated coffee so far. So some decaf would probably help just a little bit. Alright, so we'll go to the decaf pumpkin spice and see if a decaf can taste as good as the caffeinated. Alright, moving on to the final coffee of the day. Thank goodness, because I drank way too much coffee. And thank goodness this one's decaf. We have pumpkin spice coffee decaf by Archer Farms from Target. Spicy with flavors of cinnamon, nutmeg, and pumpkin pie. This one is also a light roast. So, let's get to the tasting and see what we got. Can the decaf taste as good as the caffeinated ones? We'll find out. Okay. No. Sort of bitter. I mean, I guess decaf doesn't taste as good as caffeinated. I'm not like a super huge coffee guy yet. I'm just started liking coffee not that long ago. But I mean, after the first sip, it's starting to. It's okay. But yeah, I mean, I guess in my experience, the decafs aren't as flavorful as the caffeinated. Sort of trying to get the pumpkin spice flavor from it as well, but I'm not really getting much of anything from this one. It's just more there. The decaf is not doing too well, and it's a light roast, which I guess doesn't give it as much of a coffee flavor as either. So I don't know. I'm not a coffee connoisseur as of yet. I don't know. The more I drink it, the less awful it is. Not that it was like super awful. You know, it's decaf coffee, so. But I mean, I've had worse coffee. I mean, even straight caffeinated. So it's not the worst coffee I've ever had. But as for pumpkin spice flavor, this one's probably, yeah, the bottom one, just because I can't really taste any pumpkin spice to it. It's just more of a coffee, more of a decaf coffee. Alright, we'll throw some Torani in there. We'll see if it makes it taste any better, but I'm going to say probably not. Alright, added some Torani to another cup of the pumpkin spice decaf by Archer Farms. Like I said, I bought the decaf just because I didn't want to get all jittery. Maybe I should have just bought the regular, but we'll see. Wow. One of the few coffees where this syrup actually makes it taste better, probably just because it's decaf and it's sort of bitter. I would say, yeah, I'd probably throw the Torani into the decaf. It's just that aftertaste, but it already had an aftertaste because of the decaf. So both the aftertastes are sort of fighting each other. But you actually get pumpkin flavor with the syrup. So I would say, out of all the coffees, drink them without the Torani. I mean, don't even get this. No, this, I usually like the Torani syrups I've had. This one, sorry Torani, this is not good. Skip the pumpkin pie syrup if you see it in the stores. Not a good syrup. All the other ones that I've tried are pretty good. That one, no go. But if you do want to get that syrup and put it in things, hey, that's all up to you, man. But coffees that are already pumpkin flavored doesn't really do much of anything to add a weird aftertaste. I mean, you'll get a decent first taste, but the aftertaste. But with the decaf, it seems to work out pretty well. So I guess if I want to get rid of this syrup, instead of throwing it away, I'll just throw it in with some of the decaf and have some decaf pumpkin spice coffee. All right. So out of all the coffees I did, Dunkin' Donuts was the first one, and Dunkin' Donuts is number one for pumpkin spice flavor. I like that one the best. Number two is a tie between the Starbucks and the Great Value. I like both of those. They're pretty decent. If you want all natural flavors, get the Starbucks. If you don't care about artificial flavors, get the Great Value. They're both pretty decent. Then I would say the Verena Street, even though it's not as pumpkin spicy, it does have a little bit of pumpkin in there. They got some kind of fall blend thing going, so you still get sort of a fall type flavor thing going, but it's not pumpkin spicy, so it's down there. And then this one, even though it says pumpkin spice, I didn't really get much pumpkin spice anything, and it's got the decaf taste to it, but with the syrup, it tastes a little bit better. So I would say with the syrup, it's better than the Verena Street, just because of the flavor of pumpkin spice. But the Verena Street's better straight. All the coffees are better straight, except maybe for this one. I think the next time I do a coffee video, I'm just going to do one coffee at a time, because I've drank way too much coffee right now, and I'm sort of hyper, and the video's getting a little bit long. So if you made it this far, thank you for watching. Like, this channel is still a work in progress. Still trying to figure out what I want to do. Trying to get more videos going. So yeah, I've got other coffees I've been buying, since it's the holiday season. So yeah, probably more coffee videos. Try to do some more stuff. If you got any some more suggestions, throw them out. Other than that, I want to thank you all for watching. If you've made it this far, if you didn't make it this far, shame on you. But if you made it this far, I guess you're not shamed. So there you go. And out of all the pumpkin spice coffees, I would say get the Dunkin' Donuts. And Starbucks if you don't like artificial flavors. But Dunkin' Donuts, to me, most pumpkin spicy. Alright. Until next time, hopefully not too long, this is the BiermanBlog by Mark Bierman. See you next time.